do not tell this to my father because I don't want him to get stressed. Okay, so and yes, of course, doctor always will suggest us what we can do, but I had other opinions. Then we put him through the nutrition program, and my father lived 14 years, and then he passed away one fine day peacefully. Okay, so that make me wonder if I can learn more things, then I can improve uh, my health, and also that people that I know, then I can share with them. After completing the Harvard Medical School, then I switched to culinary medicine. It sounds funny. Why culinary medicine? Because I'm going to share the information where the medical industry heading, and what are the things that quietly happening, what are the things that doctors are quietly doing, so they can stay on the wellness industry to make all the right things and stay profitable as well. Okay, and also I'm part of the Malaysian member of Society Lifestyle Medicine, and I did my nutrition coach nutrition course from France, and HRDF trainer. I will be getting my accreditation soon. Okay, so this is something that every time we see when we talk about a wellness industry, we always see this slide, and then we know we are growing big time, and in a way that not many people like to get sick. Cakap bahasa Inggeris, okay ke? Campur-campur. Boleh campur-campur, eh? Okay, so many people don't like to get sick. You know, when they get sick, they know it's not bukan murah. Now, for you to get sick, you must be rich person, because everything outside there. I was having some my high was a bit red for no reason, and then yesterday I went to see the eye doctor. Consultation fee alone 180 ringgit, belum masuk ubat. I because I do not want any infection, so I went to see him. Then the doctor used his optics and check and say that it is dry, very dry. All right, and then he give me drops. Consultation fee plus the medicine, I paid him 280, less than 10 minutes. I also want to become doctor so I can make so much of money. All right. So now the thing is that as many of the people said before, we have to be rich to fall sick. Okay. Now, if we look at this part here, by 2028, we are looking at 9 trillion wellness. All right. Why there is a sketches? Huh? Did I sketch anything? Yeah. All right. So 9 trillion in sales. But if you look at it, the wellness economy, but you see a major segment, you see at the last thing here, the major segment, key segment include physical activity, and then healthy eating, nutrition, weight loss, and personal care and beauty and wellness tourism. Okay, I am still figuring out what they mean by wellness tourism. I don't know, maybe they take us to for some kind of travel so we can be happy. But the area that we already, some of us already here is we are in healthy eating, nutrition and weight loss and personal care. So how can we be different in the market? If you turn on, if let's say when we access to the social media right now, um, you can see many people and many different businesses. People they talk about what kind of product they have, what the product can do for them, and sometimes saya tengok pun saya takut. Should I share anything or not? How can I be very different from the people? So that is where whatever study that I did so far gives me the idea how I can be different and what kind of message I can share across with the people. Right? So again, this is projected. Now we are in 2025, and just another couple of years. But we can always position ourselves by having some information, and then we can go out there and create our own customers or network. We can sustain the wellness business and move forward. So regarding the Howard University, all right, when I was looking at after I complete my the nutrition course, and I received a invitation to join Howard University online classes, and then they interviewed me 3 times before they can get me. I can join them. So there was an interview by three different people, and then okay, they said since I have my executive background in different technology, but they said that because of my age and my experience, they allow me to study. So I'm so glad and so happy. All right, okay. This is the clinical assistant professor who I was reporting directly, and those are the studies that you see. If let's say we are talking about Harvard Medical School, they won't be talking about nutrition, and then they have to tell about what are the things that you have to eat to stay healthy instead of recommending some kind of a medicine that going to help us to get rid of the sickness, right? That was interesting story about this lady. See, I shared about my father, what happened, right? And same happens to this lady. Her father was having stroke, and she, being in the best industry, she tried to give the father the best medicine possible, and the father is not recovering well. All right. And all these people, they are aware about what is happening around, and that is where she knows about this. Okay, any one of you, I believe you guys know about this five um, zone. We call it blue zone. Okay. um, why it is called blue zone? Any one of you want to know why? The researcher who was doing the study, he put up the global map and then started to mark the location of the location where people live more than 100 years, very healthy. They are not depending with anybody. They can wake up, they can do their daily activity, they can cook, they can wash, they can clean the room, they can go out there, work in the garden. And then this guy started to mark all these places with his blue pen. So that is how the blue zone he named after this location as a blue zone. So what got to do with my assistant professor, because she's from US, she sent the father to this location to understand their lifestyle, to understand the lifestyle, what makes them, they can live so healthy even though they are already across 100 years. Okay. And then when the father and the mother went there, stayed with them for 1 year, 1 month to understand everything. When the father returned, the father give up so many of his day-to-day activity because he just want to relax himself and then start to live life, right? And we had a trip to Santorini, right? So I was asking the tour guide, I want to go to this place, Sardinia in Italy, sorry, Icaria in Greece. And the tour guide look at me and say that you must be crazy to go there. Say, people there, they are very weird people. He says that people living in Icaria is weird people. I asked him why. They said they don't live a stressful life. He himself went to this location, and then he used to work as a Citibank vice president, but he wanted to know how people live here. He went there, and then people like the job goer, we always wake up early, right? And then he went there, and the shop is open, no one in the shop, but no one is there to serve him. Okay, he was waited until 9 o'clock. Somebody show up and asked the gentleman, what do you want? They said, you want coffee? He said that we are not open yet. If you want, you can just go and make everything yourself. And then the fellow went missing and then came back after 2 hours. So why I'm saying that is that they are not running after money, they just live life. So there are a lot of practices done in this area. Even if you look at it, Okinawa is one of the famous places that we know, since we are always look at Japanese. And Okinawa also, there are people already celebrating 106 years old, 116 years old, and everything, right? So that is where this professor bring back all this information to Howard, and then started to emphasize and started to do a lot of evidence-based study. So these can be part of the Howard Medical School practice to teach people not only depend on the drugs, but they can make necessary changes so people can stay healthy. All right. So we have another new members in the blue zone. That is our neighbor, Singapore. Okay. Singapore, already qualified, because there are more and more people living more than 90 years old and healthy because of their lifestyle medical system. And Singapore also already part of blue zone right now. Okay, so this is a little bit about me because I have to tell myself, right? Because I have achieved this, and of course, it's not to say it's easy, but challenging, but very interesting because they do not want us to make any mistake because we are dealing with people health. Okay, so this is a identical twin study. Any one of you here twin, identical twin? I know one of the leaders is identical twin. Okay, what they did is, okay, whatever that the blue zone is claiming, diet is very important part of the our life. Can we prove this? So JAMA did a study in November 2023, which is very new, and then they look at all the cardiometabolic effect on omnivorous and vegan diet, identical twins. So what they did is they gather 22 pair of identical twins. So once they gather, they split them into group A and group B. What they did is they put them on different diet, healthy vegan, and those people eat very normal for 8 weeks intervention just to see how is the health is improving. All right. Those people who live, there is a link you can look for this study. There is a, if let's say you are in Netflix, you can definitely look for this study. It is available in Netflix. Okay. So after 8 weeks, the LDL drop, cholesterol drops, fasting insulin improve, and body weight drop. What they did is only by doing healthy eating, healthy activity, and then sleep, and then start to have positive mindset and positive association. So this is something that very proven. So why we need to do this? We cannot fight our enemy without knowing who they are. You see, this is something, right? You cannot defeat your enemy until you know who they are. So if let's say like we are staying healthy is something that we have to know what are the things that we are not doing right so we can improve, and then we can go out there. So the best part is we have to challenge, we have to make the changes ourselves before we go out there and talk. Sometimes when people look at you, they will tell you something positive and things like that, right? Okay. And number one culprit. Okay, this is number one culprit we have to understand. I think many of the leaders are all talking about this. All right. Also, you must know there are more than, if I'm not mistaken, I heard it's more than 250 different names for sugar. If you take a product and then you want to read label, don't only look for the sugar. And these are the name that was modified, so all this can be part of the food that we are eating. Okay, so next thing is, obviously we know this processed food, right? Why the processed food? Because all the fiber has been removed, and then additive, and for the long shell life they put on preservative. Even I was attending some food preparation courses, and the way the food being prepared was like, when we joined the group, they will prepare the meal and then they let us eat, right? I didn't eat because I saw the way they prepare the food. I brought our protein, I brought our meal replacement, I was drinking that, right? So again, these are the things that we always like immediately open and start to eat. Remember, these are the things are highly processed, ultra processed food. Okay, and definitely it creates a lot of damages in our body. And look at it. I believe semua sekarang sudah lapar, want to eat this, right? Okay, so this is something that we always have been eating, and the marketing play a very important role because they keep on promoting, advertising everywhere. They just want us to keep on looking at the food. Then we know we will continue to eat this. And this is something, guys. Remember, uh, high high omega-6 oil is create a lot of inflammation in our organs, which is we have a way to share with our customer and our IBO how can this inflammation bring down, and then people can start to see the difference in 2 to 3 days, and then they continue to do whatever we are teaching them, right? So always remember, avoid oils that high in omega-6. All right, again, water, um, no need to no need to talk much about water because there are so many things happening right now, and avoid RO water at all costs. You may not, you may be happy, you are convenient because you are getting hot water and cold water immediately, but the damages you will only see after 1 or 2 years time, because it's a slow killer, and it's already proven that it's creating a lot of cell level damage because of the lack of mineral. All right, and then of course the pollution that we don't realize a lot of pollution, and I have a IBO was like having a lot of allergic due to the pollution around the living their house area. Okay. If you're not married, be happy. If you're married, find a way to live a less stressful life, because stress is something that always give a lot of challenges to us as well. All right. All of us are in, we cannot avoid this. If you are using smartphone, please, 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 humble request, set your screen to night mode. Set your screen to night mode from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. because we do not want the blue light to disturb your sleep, and then the removing waste from your body. All right. Okay. Then this is something that we always do a lot of what we call gut reset and gut health. If you are somebody new here, you are first time attending this meeting, please talk to the person who invited you to this meeting and ask them, how can you do gut reset? Gut reset is a must, because whatever that I showed you, all this already already damaged some of the microbiome, essential microbiome that will give us good health. Okay. And then it also create a leaky gut, and that go into the glucotoxicity, lipotoxicity, oxidative stress, inflammation, and dibiosis. The scientist was talking just now. I was listening to him. Okay. So what are these names? These are the oxidative stress and damages that happening at cell level. Okay. I will go into details later slides. But remember, these are the things that we going through daily without realizing, because the root cause is the food that we are eating. All right. Now, non-alcoholic fatty liver. Do you know that 1.5 billion people reported suffering from non-alcoholic fatty liver? And then there was almost like 2 million people died. They are not smoker, they are not alcoholic, but because of eating too much processed fatty food, and that is the cause of their death, right? And then this is the area that you need to pay attention a bit here, because we know when we eat, the insulin will rise, and then when we keep doing this repeatedly, the insulin secretion will have no sensitivity, and then the beta cell die function of the beta cell. Okay, around here is where our cells are already get damaged, and then they cannot do their job properly. All right. So and that is the result that we have gone through all this time. I was one of these, because you know why? When I was like stressed, I enjoy eating myself, and then I was like overweight. Okay, until I put myself. I'm so blessed to be part of the gut reset pioneer team, and it's easy. Yeah, all these colon, lung cancer, joint, eyes disorder, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, metabolic infection, everything here related to the cardiometabolic disorder. All right. Now, eventually, this is where we are heading to. So we may not see this, but people looks handsome, people look nice, and then suddenly they will have stroke. People suddenly will have heart attack, and then kidney failure. So all these are quite a common things because we don't really pay attention to what we eat. Okay, if you have children, please, 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 humbly requesting, pay attention to your children what they are eating. And sadly, there was a study done, and they say that younger generation nowadays, there is a possibility for them to pass away earlier than the parents, which is very sad news. But because of the lifestyle and what we are feeding them is the root cause. Okay. And then that due to the cardiovascular, that due to the cardiovascular diabetes than non-diabetes. Okay. If you have diabetes, there is high chances of cardiovascular disease. I'm sorry, all these are, I'm not telling myself, is the study done by the Harvard University. And then 84% of the people with diabetes age 65 and older, they have they are facing this. I'm very sorry to use this word, die from disease or stroke, heart disease or stroke. Okay, we need to understand the fact because this statement 100% applicable for my mom. Okay, because she's a person that she has her own way of seeing doing things, and she got her own brain. But I saw, I witnessed, and my sisters was taking care of her. All right, she suffered for 2 years, even for every single thing. Basically, she became a baby, a newborn baby, and waiting for someone to assist her. All right. Excuse me. This is a Cleveland study, and now we're going to move to see how the food that we are eating going to reverse all these chronic diseases, which is very surprisingly, it's like a magic. Okay, and this is a doctor. You see, this gentleman here is 93. It's not 60 or 70, and he proves that heart disease can be reversed without surgery, which make me very excited to know what he exactly has done. Okay, see, Resolve 2017, the American Medical Association Hospital improve health patient by visitor, providing variety. Here, helpful food, plant-based meal, low in fat, sodium, eliminating the processed meat from the menu. Please take note of this. Eliminating the processed meat from the menus, promoting health, uh, healthful, healthyful, what is a healthful beverages. Okay, take note of this. This is something that I hard to believe lah. Hard to believe. Can you guys see this artery here? Is almost blocked 70 to 80%. And in 30 months time, with the proper diet, and he able to reverse almost 100% without surgery. He didn't do it for one person. He did it for 24 people. Okay, 24 people, and then he documented this and then bring back and started to share with people. Baseline 10 to 14 days. You see, a clot here can be improved within 14 days with the food, with the right food, with the right combination of vegetable and fruits, and taking it regular basis that can improve such a thing. And then he says that why the medical industry not teaching this, because you can learn how to cook yourself when you know the right method, then you can take care of your health, and they cannot make the 30 billion, because you know what, statin drug is in 30 billion business. All right, so now this is another study done in Finland. Okay, we went to the Finland. Okay, look at this mortality. Okay, 69 to 70, this is years. And you see people dying of heart attack, reduce. 2005, it reduced to less than 100 people. What they did is, again, they teach people to eat right, all the right things, so they can live longer. This is what we have been teaching, right? We teach about the gut health, short chain fatty acid, and then we give microbiome and everything. And again, remember, we are like I can say that sometimes we confuse, do I have to eat 100% plant-based or do I have to eat meat? Okay, but we have to be smart enough to understand what are the implication will be on our diet, on our health, if we choose to eat more animal meat and animal protein. Okay, so look at this again, the inflammation and oxidative stress and CKD in progression because of the chemical reaction that is happening in our body. But the plant is not. Plant give us the youthfulness and then encourages us to give good health. And this is one of the CKD study done. I have a testimony of one patient that the CKD almost like going the stage 3, then now come back to like normal. Okay, so whenever we eat meat, processed food, the acid level in our body is increases. Okay, but if we eat more plant-based, it become more alkaline that promote our health. So now, is that meaning to say that I have to eat? Do I have to tell all my customer, all my IBO to eat plant-based? Not necessarily, but it's how we going to balance so they can stay healthy. Okay, if you are a person like to eat cheese, milk, a lot of dairy product, I'm very sorry, we are moving towards this infertility. The study is showing if you are consuming too much of milk or dairy product, may not be you, because whatever that probably you're going to bring in new baby or whoever, we are going to pass down, and maybe you also have some difficulty in having children, infertility. Okay, remember that there is a procedure that I don't know, called IVS or something like that, right? So but we no need to go to that extent. Again, the oil that we are talking about, which are the oil, as I mentioned just now, omega-3 and omega-6 ratio, we need to know which are the right ratio that we need to, where the oil will add health benefit to our body. Okay, because all the good things are expensive. So is medical bill with the doctor. Okay, so let's look at all the cell level. You see, the cell, as we know, during the major function, I was like admiring the way Diamond Painting was sharing. She was talking about the mitochondria, you know, and I was like, I said, hey, this is great, right? So this is our normal cell that for the normal cell to do the function, it has to have healthy fat, have to have protein, have to have um, uh, protein, carbohydrate, energy, right? And then also need to have oxygen, also need to have enough mineral, also the circulation, the blood circulation have to be proper, so where all the waste can be bring back to the waste. All right, if we are not drinking enough water, we are putting the cell into dehydration mode, and the cell may not be able to clear everything properly. So when we are eating the wrong fat, when we are eating too much of sugar food, now the ATP have to work extra hard to burn more fat. So when we burn more fat, and there is a there is a antioxidant process will take up, right? So this is where a lot of things that going to damage our cell. Now that is where the cell level damage is happening. Excuse me. So this is what we call glucotoxicity, chronic sugar accumulation in the body tissue that interface with normal cell function. It is critically linked with the insulin resistant and beta cell dead function. So you remember, guys, the beta cells by nature is not very strong cell. So when there is a lot of damages going on, and the body have to take care of the damages, that is where the beta cell will start to lose its sensitivity. Okay, then lipase toxicity, insulin resistance makes insulin less effective. Okay, allowing the fatty acid to enter bloodstream more quickly, and that will put put on a lot of visceral fat with people. Okay, people with the visceral fat, we have to be very careful because it it has a very high risk of heart attack. That's why every time we talk about a visceral fat, oh, the visceral fat is not good. It will create health issue and things like that, right? Again, it will create the hypertension and also some cancers. Again, oxidative stress, increase the oxidative stress, and then you see endothelium. I don't know how many of you listened just now. The scientist was talking about the endothelium layer. Endothelium layer is where when there is a lot of oxidative stress, excuse me, allow me to drink some water. Endothelium, all the oxidative stress will end up in the endothelium layer, and then it start to clog up our artery. Okay, so you see, pro-oxidant, antioxidant can be cause of the oxidative stress and oxidation. So when oxidation in our body, that is where all the cell level damages are happening. And if you are not taking enough ORX, I'm very sure you guys know which of our mineral have the ORX. Can anyone tell me which are the vitamin have high ORX? Can anyone type? I'm reading now. Can anyone type which vitamin that in MUA have I? Yes, Vivian, you are right. Okay, ORX. Okay, what is ORX? Double X, double X. You guys are good. You guys are good. Okay, so you all champion. So now you know why some of your customer tell you, oh, when I take double X, my insulin, my diabetes reduce. This is the reason. Okay, because of the OREC. OREC will start to clean up all the oxidative stress from the cell level. Okay, and then improve the insulin sensitivity. Okay, so now inflammation. This is something that we cannot see with our bare eyes. Okay, the inflammation caused by a lot of the wrong food. We must understand the cooking oil is one of the culprit that create a lot of inflammation in our body. So know the body response damage and several chronic disease, including signaling, cell signaling. Okay, when inflammation is happen, cell signaling will be out of control. Okay, dybiosis. Okay, this is where just now this we all feel good, we all feel happy when we take the microbiome probiotic, right? And this is what is happening in our cell level, where this guy link and then increase the good bacteria in the cell level. Diabiosis, right? When the good bacteria increases, the entire insulin resistance become better. Diabetes can be controlled very well. All right. And then this is some latest invention going on, where the scientists coming up with the oxygen monitor sensor, where they can install on your body and then monitor oxygen level at your cell level, just to see if your cell is depriving of oxygen. Because when we do not get enough oxygen, and then we are eventually the cell will become mutated, and then it will lead to the cancer cell. And we also have sensors that can monitor our sugar level continuously. Okay, now I'm switching. If any of your friend in this picture, can you see any of your doctor friend in this picture? Of course, I'm not a doctor lah. I'm just a learner. Okay, okay. Now most of these people from IJN, Institute Jantung Negara, some of them have their own clinic, pediatrician, and they are quietly coming and learning what they can suggest for their patients. Okay, why? Because of what is happening quietly. The medical industry now focusing on food to recommend to the uh, patients. Okay, okay. This is the latest news. This is the latest news, and July 13, 2 days ago, hospital in Singapore already taking and they are bringing in chef, so they can use the plant-based approach for the patient in the hospital. All right. Now these are the food you see. Does this food look like food in hospital? I don't think so, right? When I see also, I want to eat. Okay, so again, and of course, why the food come in both ways, because of the food preparation, we may not get all the nutrition from the food because we do not know where is the raw material comes from. It always advisable so we can supplement ourselves with the nutrition nutrient that we have. All right, and all this we have been doing. And again, do not miss taking Neutralite every day. There are, you see, if we need to have enough oxygen radical absorption so the cell can be always kept clean from the oxidative stress. All right, and then we need to have omega 3 for good fat, and then all these vitamin D, all this, right? So now I'm just waiting to get more information on this because I want to look younger, because people already calling me Anne, Anne. So I want all right. So this is something that coming up. And again, as I mentioned, nutrition, clean air, and then water is very important for our body. And try not to encourage people to go for the RO water. Again, you may ask, all this you have been, I have been using all this to prepare my meal. Okay. Only thing that I don't show it in the social media, and these are the meals that I prepare. Mindful eating, not the right hand side on the left hand side. Right hand side is no. Why I want to say that is because mindful eating, because the food won't jump into our plate. We can choose what we want to eat. All right. And then some food promote our health, some food do opposite. So we can decide what we want. Again, food preparation all come back to all these low GI, phytochemical, plant enzyme, oxidation, probiotic, omega, all this. Why I'm saying that is because I personally helping a lot of homemaker, because the homemaker want to stay healthy, and then they start to come up and then start to enjoy preparing meal. And some of them even they see the differences in 3 to 4 days, and then they call the entire people that they know for the classes. This is the way that I approach people, because you know what, when we give them the life healthy food, they see the changes in them. And then you no need to tell people, can you recommend people? No, they say, I will call my auntie, I will call my uncle. And that is how slowly we are building a community with the food so they can stay healthy. So my favorite meal I do myself, and this guy here is the best replacement for mayonnaise that you're buying from the shop. We can do the mayonnaise. You can buy the mayonnaise from the shop. I can make the mayonnaise, and we put to next to each other. You cannot see the difference in taste. Okay. And then of course, egg is something commonly people like. We also can make egg by with the chickpea. And you like cheese, let's do cheese in plant way. You cannot see the difference. If you like milk, because as I mentioned, dairy product already have the problem, right? We can choose to go for almond milk. I prefer almond milk, not other things. All right. And then this is yeast that add taste to the food. And then these are the meal that easy meal that I enjoy eating, preparing myself. Now, all this I made. So whenever I'm in my kitchen, Tana won't come to the kitchen and say, prepare for me. All right. Of course, I love salmon. All right. So guys, some of the testimony, you can take it. If let's say it's going to be helpful for you, you can just take the picture if you want. These are the people with diabetes. Okay. This person saw me online, and she keep calling me to meet her personally. Of course, we meet her, and then we told her what need to do, and then she's so happy with the improvement. And then she went for the checkup in GH. Doctor said my her sugar is 4.9. All right. And then again, this person from 16 to 8.4, the some Indian, because the ABO was talking and all. So This is in 3 weeks time, right? And this person in Penang called me. Uh, this guy is supposed to go for kidney dialysis. Okay, kidney dialysis. Then I say, why don't you try what we are doing? And then when the sugar level is improved, went down, and then some of the improvement from the kidney reading, then the doctor said, probably you continue to do what you are doing right now. We can monitor. No need to go for dialysis, guys. Yesterday I received a message from one nurse in Seremban. She's a nurse and she's doing kidney dialysis every day, 180 people, not one 180 people. So I think I must shift my office to Seremban lah. Okay. And this young lady here, she was not having a monthly cycle. She will have 3 months once, 6 months once. Sometimes she need to go and put the injection so she can have the monthly cycle. We put her in the program and then we guide her, and you know what? She started to have the cycle back to normal, and then she went and see the doctor, and doctor said can stop taking the medicine. All right. So these are the things that what we can do with our nutrition and teaching people to eat properly. This is 65 years old auntie. She was taking 32 units of insulin injection, morning, afternoon, night. Okay, and of course we use some special instrument to monitor her reading, and then the whole family was very supportive, and it's like, oh, of course she's taking few other medicine for the cholesterol and other things that we will eventually will get rid of it slowly. Excuse me. This is the kidney. Suppose should go for kidney serum. The reading. Look at this 398 on the August, and then October back to 94. Right. So as I always mention, and as I always want to learn more about it, and then I can teach people. Right. So whatever that we are doing, remember, we need to get paid, right? So the big bonus is coming, and we need to position ourselves so we can make more money, and all of us can become successful, and we can go and help more people. Okay. So that is my last slide. I stop my sharing. If there is any question that you all would like to ask, I will be very happy to answer.
Okay, dia ada few question dekat chat box ya.
Oh, do I need to read? Hold on.
Yeah.
Empty. Ken, please make appointment. I make nice food for you. Can we have the recipe? Pleasure. I will share. Where should I share?
What's your opinion on monk fruit, lacto and stevia?
Okay, good. Substitute, best substitute for sugar. Okay, but you must take in is it the stevia? I'm using stevia at home. Okay, I'm using stevia whenever I make some juice. I won't use it regularly, but I prefer to drink water. Stevia, monk fruit, excellent choice. Okay, look, Diamond, Andy, look fit and healthy. Thank you. I mean, the process of even getting better. What is the difference between oat milk and almond milk? Guys, oat milk, you should know there is a lot of things about oat. I won't recommend oat milk. I will recommend almond milk. Okay. Oat milk, there are a lot of highly processed oat, and the way they prepare the oat also not, I don't encourage. Like, I prefer you go for almond milk. If possible, do it at home. Do it yourself at home. You need to know how to do it. I can teach you. Okay. I have diabetes type 2, looking for supplement to help reduce blood sugar level beside exercising, control food intake. What do you suggest? Nur Shwaida, please talk to the person that who brought you here, because we need to understand your lifestyle a little bit. You see, anyone that really want to get information from me, I will always work with them. Okay, it takes two hands to clap. All right. If the moment the person cannot give the information that I want, it's very hard for me to assist. All right. Since you are exercising, which is very good. Okay. And then the next thing is you are taking supplement. I'm looking for supplement to help reduce blood sugar beside exercising and control food intake. Yes, we have in MUA. Guys, please, somewhat, I think the person who invited
Ada
Noor
Abdullah.
what? How you spell that? Abdullah.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
assist her and please do your in-body test, and then you need to know your body fat percentage, visceral fat, and then the person going to work with you will design a program for you. All right? Are you complete vegan? Totally no meat? No, no, no. 90% to 95% I eat plant. I still eat meat. I still eat egg. I still eat fish. I still eat chicken or mutton, but I reduce. Okay. Coconut oil is better since written somewhere. Okay. If you are looking for coconut oil, yes, I will encourage coconut oil, but go for cold pressed coconut oil. Okay. And then how about eating olive oil? No, olive oil I won't encourage for you to eat. Olive oil should be used as a dressing. Soya meat can change fertility. Soya, so you mean one slide due too much dairy? Yeah, that is what is reported by study done in Harvard, because a lot of highly processed and GMO involved. So can we still eat non-organic veggie or cost organic veggie expensive?
Maybe housing is expensive anyway.
Medical bill more expensive or no. You balance it. If let's say you are getting vegetable from non-organic, obviously you know that it comes with the additional pesticides. So find a way. If let's say you can remove the pesticides, I don't know how you're going to do it. If it is fruit, probably we can wash with our dish drop, or maybe putting in some soda, what soda, the baking soda, okay, to remove it. And the best, wash it with the dish drop. What is the best time to eat chia seed diet program? This one secret, I cannot tell you. Okay, best time to eat chia seed before your meal. Okay, because chia seed will give you a fullness. You will feel full. It give you more fiber. You won't be eating a lot. Diamond Andy, have you lost how many pounds of how many kilo I weigh? I'm now less below 100 kilo, but I'm working on another 15 to 17 kilo, because now I the muscle building I'm taking time. I'm not in competition with anybody, please. I'm not competing. I want this for my lifetime, for rest of my life, because I don't sign up for 2 months weight loss program. I don't sign up for 3 months weight loss program, so I no need to compete. I enjoy eating. I make small changes, and then I try to lose 2 kg in a month if possible. So I do not want to rush into anything, because ultimately having the right eating habit is what is the most important thing. Okay, I don't eat rice anymore, but I replace with banana. My body weight maintain. Banana, what time are you eating, in the morning or lunch or dinner? Okay, potassium. You see, you must also understand the calorie. If you eat too much banana, then your calorie is more than your maintenance calorie. Probably you're going to gain weight. Okay, some people like to eat fruits. It's entirely up to you. Then selection of the food is very important. Are you using air cooker regularly? You want egg, air fryer? I like to use I like to use olive pan, the non-stick pan. Okay, I enjoy. If you give me time, one whole day, I will be very selective of. food that I want to eat. Diamond, yes, air cooker, air fryer. I believe you're talking about air fryer, right? So air fryer, yes, you can. Okay, and
Another
then
question you miss, Andy.
which one?
A testimony having dialysis. What supplement Nutrilite recommended?
Okay, guys, M plus is one of them. Remember, if you are going to put somebody on the kidney dialysis, you're going to help them. You must know they should not eat fruits, vegetable, or food that high in phosphorus. Phosphorus will disturb. Okay, so choose the diet low in phosphorus. All right, so that is very important. Then our supplement, of course, is M plus.
B
M
complex.
plus is, yeah. All right. So again, end of the day, what are the things they are drinking is also very important. Some people they don't drink enough water. Some they are not drinking spring water. All this you need to list down. Okay, Diamond Andy, can you recommend for a working person with a busy schedule cannot prepare food, who wants to start healthy regime, especially with, okay, Donny, right? Donny, this is the area, I'm working with some people where this is a challenge, because you know why, people that want to improve their health, and whenever the biggest thing is they do not know what to eat. If let's say, like, if you are not aware about your condition, what are the right food selection that you need to do. You see, if we are not cooking at home, take it this way, whatever that we are eating outside is not going to be uh, very supportive to our health, because food preparation outside is not prepared for us to stay healthy. Food preparation outside prepared to make money for them, so they will add anything and everything to make the food taste better, so they can get more customer. Okay, so all the things that taste good, you know what is inside. All right. Okay, so again, Donny, to answer your question, you can do meal preparation, and then you put it in a vacuum pack, put it in your freezer. Whenever that you can take it with you, then take, if let's say you are working in office, you can just heat it up and then you eat. At times, I prepare meal for 1 week. I put it in a freezer. I have a vacuum seal glass container. Then I will put it, and then whenever I need, I just take up and eat it. Okay, it's all planning, Donny. It's all planning. All right. Thank you, Lee Jie. Three times a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Is it okay? Are you talking about banana? Yeah, I think this person asking about banana. Listen to your body. If you ask me, I don't know how you feel. Okay, taking the same food daily, you are feeding only one type of microbiome. Other type of microbiome you are not feeding. Remember, we have too many microbiome. If you are feeding only one type of food, you are only feeding one type of microbiome. So also to consider that, to diversify your food. Go for at least 3 to 5 color, and daily try to eat at least two uncooked vegetable. Okay. Thank you,
We
Arsmani.
just think
Having a
about
lot of fruit to consider as high in sugar. Okay. Nina, you can do a Google search for low GI fruits. Okay. Those fruits below 50, is considered, in another words, it's berry family lah, berry. Okay. Do you still go out eat? Yes. Yes, I do go out eat, but I careful about what the portion also, and then the food selection. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you, Donny. Okay, guys. So I think, yeah. So no more question, huh?
all right.
Okay.
Done, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, Diamond Andy, for such a truly inspiring session. Okay, and thank you to all of you for spending your night with us tonight. And it's really been an absolute pleasure hosting this discussion about the future of wellness, about the gut reset, about the testimony, about the potential. Yeah, something maybe can touch us so personally. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, and so hopefully all of us, let's stay connected and just keep learning and keep supporting each other in this journey towards a better health. Yeah. So siapa yang bawa, anda boleh rujuk balik kepada siapa yang bawa anda pada malam ni untuk more personalized wellness solution lah. Sebab here we are, we are provide wellness solution to all of you. So have a restful night, meaningful evening for everyone. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you sekali lagi kepada Diamond, Andy, and see you at the top. Alright, bye bye. Good night.
Zikri, somebody asked me about the recipe. If the person know you, please, those who want the recipe, refer to Dr. Zikri. I will send through him.
Okay, thank
If
you.
you all no need, then I'm fine.
Bye. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.